All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. It is what is this? Year 18 at Mogstown, our Alpine Valley village. We got a couple things that we wanted to work on from last time. One thing I want to show you real quick. I'm so excited. We had these iron mines that were underneath. We ended up having to build on top of where the mine was to make our town. And look at this. We thought the tooltip maybe wasn't going away, but it's gone. So I'm actually really excited about that. It's such a dumb thing to be excited about, but it was really going to bother me to have to look at that constantly. Um, so it had gotten down to 0, and the tooltip was still showing up for some reason, but I think it was just bugged or something. And now it's gone. So I'm super excited about that. I know it's really dumb to be excited about that, but I am. So that's happening. We're gonna go out, and now that we have this temple going, we are gonna go out and do some excavation. But first, I want to have some soldiers to protect this site, because on every other playthrough I've had, whenever I start doing excavation, bandits, raiders always show up. So we did want to build a barracks as well, and so we already wanted to do that. So we're just going to go ahead and do that now. One thing I'm going to do a little bit differently from some other playthroughs I've had is I'm going to build the barracks a little bit away from the town center. I usually build it inside of here, but I think it actually might be better to have some defenses like in other places around the town. We also have a crop field that we need to take care of, and actually we may do that first. So just to remind myself, we had that one working on fertility. That one's working on wheat, and since this one is brand new, it's probably good to start this one working on fertility as well. So we'll do that real quick. Just get this thing going. There's tons of weeds in here, and the rockiness is pretty bad. I actually want to just try. I want to see if just having farmers working this field will sort some of that out. So I'm just going to make a note. We've got fertility at 37%, weeds at 92, and rocks at 57%. And I'm gonna check back on that stat in a couple of years, game years, of course. That was dumb. Anyway, we'll check back on that in a couple of years, and we will see where we're at as far as all that. I think I wanted to eventually put flax in here, potentially. I'm gonna have to give that some thought and see what we put in there. All right, looks like we got some storage issues. Let's see. No, we're okay. It's just that one stockyard, and it's probably full of, yeah, it's full of iron. Because we had iron mines, we've got that coal mine right there. That's okay. We've got this iron mine over here as well. I foolishly did not leave room for a road here. I don't think so, at least. Oh, yes, I did. Why didn't I build it? Guys, we might never know the answer to that question, but what matters is we are building it now. Or did we already build a road there? Oh, it looks like we already built a road there. Oh, I just did it. Okay. I'm going to get it together before the end of the video, I promise, guys. Yeah, I think I was still clicking, and so when I brought it down here and clicked on it, it was all good. So we can actually, I think I'm going to actually try to move this coal mine just to the side, except it doesn't look like I can. All right, so the road's just going to have to not be pretty. And that's perfectly okay. We could eventually straighten that out if we want to really grid everything out, but it's okay to not have a grid everywhere. Unfortunately, the way these games do like desirability and things like that, it kind of forces you into like some kind of a grid if you want to have things be. Sorry, I was just checking on decorations I could put in there. But yeah, if you want to have things be fairly optimized, you know, I want my cities to look good, and I don't just try to optimize them. But if you want things to be relatively optimized, a lot of times, yeah, you do have to, unfortunately, kind of grid things out. That's just how it is. All right, so we're going to build this barracks up here on top of this mountain, because that's going to give us good defensive bonuses all the way around. We should be able to hit, well, I thought I was going to build it up here for the defensive bonuses. I have not started flattening things out like I would need to in order to do that. Well, that slope's too steep too. All right, let's do this real quick. Yeah, so that's going to be able to hit everybody coming into town from this direction. We may end up putting another one out there, but I think most of our raiders have been coming from this side anyway. Let me just see. Ugh. Yeah, I do like having a little overlap with the town, actually, so let's do this. Flatten that out real quick before we place our barracks down. While we're waiting on that, let's go see what this trader has for it. Looks like we need some weapons, so maybe he's got that for us. Oh, man, we're getting some great prices on some stuff, so we're going to take advantage of this for sure. All right, so we got some pelts and some coats and some stones. If those get restocked, we can always sell more. What are some things that we need? Do we have beer? I can't remember if we got around to building a pub here or not. Now that we have rye coming out, I think we have, yeah, we've got a bunch of grain. All right, I think we can go ahead and build our pub. It's up here, man. Oh, we can't yet. We're not tier 3. And to get to tier 3, that's what we were working on. Okay, I'm up to speed again. Sorry. We just need some more clay, which we don't have access to. So if that guy can sell us 60 clay, that's great. Everything else I think we can make. We just need to chill out and stop building stuff for a little bit. And maybe sell some things to get some gold. All right, so let's sell those. Looks like he's out of money, but if he's got some clay, you know, we're just going to take everything he's got. Yeah, we're still going to have plenty of gold. And that's going to give him plenty of money to buy from us. So we're going to get most of that back in exchange for some resources that we weren't using anyway. So that's great. Food looks good. We don't need to buy any food. We're going to eventually need bricks, I think. If we can buy clay, let's see what his price is on bricks. 10. Where's the clay? I guess because he's out of it, it's not showing up anymore. Yeah, since we bought it all. It's not showing us our price, and I don't remember what he had on there. All right, let's go see. So he was doing bricks for 10. Let's see if this guy has clay. No. All right, so we're just not going to know how much it's going for. Doesn't look like we can sell much to him. Definitely sell him some honey. That's going to get, see, our gold's already back up where we want it. So we just need those other checklist items, and we should be able to upgrade the town just fine. How are we out of meat? Yeah, we're going to need to get some livestock going at some point. Oh, we've got a bunch of people immigrating. I think we have room for them. Food looks like it's okay. Should probably check that over the year. I think our flattening is done over here, so we can look at the barracks and see if it will now fit in that spot. Nope. We're going to have to flatten it a little more. If we need to include the road and that, so the building probably needs to be level with the road. I'm not sure about that, but just in case, I went ahead and included the road in that. All right, so while we're doing that, let's look at some of the reports. Food, we are out producing what we're consuming, so that's good. Agriculture took a big dip for some reason. That might have been, I think we might have gotten raided. That always makes productivity drop everywhere. Alright, so just a quick check. Our rockiness was at 57%. Now it's 53%. So just planting in this field is helping with some of this. I wonder if it tells us that in the tooltip. That would be really interesting and something that I've completely ignored. Let's see. So for that, does it say? Yeah, weed suppression 5 out of 10. So that's going to definitely help. 4 out of 10. I mean, 5 out of 10, 4 out of 10 aren't great. The peas do nothing to hold back weeds. And I don't think they directly say anything about rocks in any of this, but obviously it's already decreased the rockiness. Oh, we're even down to like 51% now. I think we just saw the weed level drop. I saw the number change. I may have to run the video back and see if it dropped. Yeah, so I don't think we need to have people like literally working the field and waste a whole rotation on that. So that's good news. Why didn't I turn this road in? Because we want that Iron Man to go to the storehouse. Yeah, we are going to get rid of this. Yeah. Maybe not. We'll leave it there. But we're also going to additionally put a road there so that they can just follow this path to get into the door of the stockyard. I don't know how that's going to work. They may actually come through the back. But either way, it's there. We'll watch and see when the wagon comes. It looks like that stockyard's pretty full anyway. So they're going to have to stock it somewhere else. That's something that we need to be selling to traders that we need to keep an eye on. All right, so we're low on builders. We can fix that pretty easily. All right, let's see if we can build that barracks now. Come on. Maybe both roads? I don't know. Let's see if we can move this thing. Where do we need a well? It's obviously not helping. Put another one over here. That should take some pressure off of that one. Looks like it actually is too close to that other well, though. You can see when I go like this, this one right here lights up green. I think that means that we're overlapping territories a little bit. But if I put it like here, that should be just fine. So we're going to do that. Yeah, they're not done yet. I don't know why I thought that was going to work. All right, now looking back at this, it does look like we have like way more laborers than we need. So what are some things that we need to work on? Definitely food. How do we have milk? Do we buy it? Did I make livestock here and forget about it? That is bizarre. Okay. I don't know where this milk came from. That was consumed. Cheese, I think, yeah, I remember maybe buying that. I don't think we bought any milk. Do we have? No barn. No goats. No chickens. Yeah, I don't know why it's saying that. Okay, anyway. We're going to move on. Alright, so I do want to start doing a little bit of livestock. And I've had some success letting them graze where the arborist building is. So I think we can put one over here. Oh, there's a stockyard right there. Still, you know, we want to have that work out. So I could put an orchard here. Let's see what the natural fertility is. Garbage. That's what it is. Okay. So let's put an arborist building like right here. So it's too steep. Will it fit anywhere? Yeah, that's going to work great. And we already have... did I put the road right next to it? Come on, man. Usually I would leave room for a fence, but if we ever fence this, we haven't really needed to. Animals are not messing with our crops for the most part. So yeah, I'm going to put that arborist building there, and we'll move the work area out here. And then we may have to fence that in because there are deer like right there. We'll see what they do. That's going to help us with our food as well. And how are we doing on housing? Looks like we're going to have a couple of houses that aren't filled yet. So we may start to work on that as well. But food is kind of an issue, and we have like way more laborers than we need. So growing our population isn't going to be the top priority right now. Let's get this barracks in. Just come on, man. Help me out here. What is happening? Oh, I can just put it down on this end. That's actually probably better. So we still have a little bit of coverage around the market. It's not like right up against the market, but if people are going there, we're going to hit them along the way with our archers from here. And it's a really easy, quick way to deploy soldiers from there. So we'll be good there. Alright, so we're nearing the end of the year. Let's see how we're doing from a productivity standpoint. So food is about the same. It's getting a little bit sketchier. We're still spoiling berries like crazy. I'm not going to worry too much about that. It just happens. We're using more grain than we're consuming, but as the field gets better, that should take care of itself. Oh man, we used a ton of firewood last year. Where are we with that? We do have 70 in reserve. We may have had a big surplus. And so we didn't make a lot last year, even though we needed some. Where did I end up putting that? There really needs to be a way for this thing to have like some icons on it. Alright, well it looks like they were working 85% of the time, but not all of it. Where's our limit at? 150? And we're using 450 in a year? Yeah, that's not nearly good enough. And we have a ton of logs. So let's do this. We're going to bump this number way up to about 250. And have them start working on it again if it drops below 200. That's about 6 months worth of firewood at this rate. So we should be fine as long as we keep an eye on it. I do not know what happened. What would have made that ramp up? We've probably built a building that uses it. I don't think that's new. What we have built that uses firewood? Does the temple use it? I don't think so. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Yeah, I'm not sure what we built that needs firewood that would have caused that huge ramp in usage, but that doesn't look like a natural kind of curve to me that's going to continue going in that same direction. I think that's going to drop. And our production picked way up, so I think we just had a surplus back there at 17, and we worked through the surplus, and then they came and restocked it. But because we used so much in 19 through 20, I do want to get those stockpiles back up. And I'll keep an eye on this. So it's at 53 right now. We have 2 people working on it full time. So we'll give it a couple of months when we come out of the winter, and we should see that number like go up and not down, hopefully. Alright, it looks like we made it through the winter. Still working on our barracks. Do we have... Yeah, we have enough stone. It's just a matter of getting it over there. And then we can start to recruit some soldiers. And then we'll have some people to kind of guard our excavation site while we work on And then maybe we'll even start to clear out some raider camps. I don't know if I've actually... Yeah, I don't remember anywhere that I actually found them. But I feel like they were coming mostly from this direction, if I remember correctly. We have a wolf den over there that we can contend with too if we need to just do an expedition real quick. We feel like it. But that is not like a pressing concern right now. All right, here we go. All right, so some of this may be new to some of you. Basically, the way this works now is there are companies that are like groups of soldiers. And there are different types. So you have to recruit them individually. And these are the ones that you have access to. So we don't have access to the heavy infantry and the pikemen just yet. We'll have those later. But right now we want to work on getting our light infantry and a couple of archers going. So that'll be 5 soldiers, 3 light infantry, and a couple of archers. I think we're going to want to buy some weapons from her. Let me just make sure. Yeah, we still get to get to tier 3 before we can do any of that stuff and make our own. It's really just planks that we need. So what's going on in our saw pit? Let's up the production on that big time. Check it back in on the fire. It looks like that number is going up, so I think we're safe there. For now, we'll probably go ahead and buy a few weapons. I know we need... Yeah, there's at least 2 swords that we need. Let's see. We need 3. So we need like 4 swords to make sure that everybody's equipped the way that we want. Oh man, that's going to be pretty expensive. But it's worth it. We'll go ahead and buy 5 so we have a spare. Alright, now she doesn't want to buy iron. Oh, come on now. Yeah, I think that's all that we are going to want to do in this window. So we'll close that. Alright, so we've got that barracks going. We are going to send them... If I can find that excavation site again. We're going to send them out first. But then, since they're already on their way, should be able to excavate this. And I'm just going to throw a bunch of people at it. Alright, let's see. Oh, this is the guy that always has animals. I really wanted to have a... what am I trying to say? I really want to have... some kind of housing for them, although it looks like his prices are crazy right now. So let's see if those go down a little bit by the time he comes back. We wanted to get that arborist up. Let's check on the progress over there. Yep, it's probably been sitting here for a while actually. So we'll throw this. Actually, we shouldn't have put it right up against the stockyard. Well, we'll just have to fence everything in. That's fine. Well, except we need a separate fence for that. All right, we got to move this thing. That's my mistake. It needs to be off the road a little bit so we can put some fencing around it. So move it back 1 square and over 1 square. All right, we'll check in on that in a minute. We got to be able to put housing around that thing, though. Will it let us? I wonder if it'll let us plant. I should have done that first. Because we know where the area is going to be. But that's okay. It shouldn't take them too long to move that building. I could cancel it right now and do all that, but I'm not going to bother with it. Let's see. Do we have villagers coming in to excavate? Yeah, we do. And we have more blueberry bushes. Yay. All right. These over here on our little blueberry farm. These things are great. I love that you can just take these and put them near town. Anybody can harvest them. You have to mark them for harvest, but you're not reliant on the forager. I've been meaning to try to just put some of these in the forager's path. and see if they automatically do it. We'll move these. Hopefully we don't get anybody killed. Actually, instead of doing that, we're gonna go to this blueberry bush. I haven't seen any raiders. I think we're okay. It looks like we're almost done with excavation, so this should be fine. But now when people come to grab these blueberry bushes, they are going to not have to worry about raiders too much. All right, the martyr relic, Tears of the Mother. Birth rate and health of the village is increased by 10%. So that's a pretty good one. Let's see. This is our forager. And where is their area? It's out there. We'll just put it like right here. We'll put it behind where their house is. Where are those things at? We'll just test the idea with these two. Put that right there. And when these are in season again, we'll just go back and check and see if our forager is actually harvesting from them or if we still have to do it like we did with the other bushes. So most of these, with berry bushes, unless you have a forager doing it, then you end up having to just mark them for harvest like this. Right, but that's, ooh, I didn't want to do that. Trees aren't bothering me, so I really don't want, well, that one's already done. Okay. Well, too late. Okay. All right, but the rest of these are marked as harvest. I should have unchecked trees over here, and that wouldn't have happened. But how are we low on builders again? That's crazy talk. All right, this field's getting composted. Oh yeah, it's got terrible fertility. Let's check back in with this one. So we went from 37 to 35. Weed level from 92 to 89, and rockiness from 57 to 45. Just by putting plants in, just by doing normal work, it probably would have gotten in better shape faster if we had just. Sorry, I'm thinking real hard. It probably would have gotten in better shape faster, sorry, if we had set aside some time, some building time from our farmers. Whoa, all right, let me stop for a second. All right, so our yield would have gotten better a lot faster if we had like intentionally put farmers in here to work the field. These numbers would have gotten better a lot faster. Our weed level is still, like, it's not coming down very fast, so I'm not super happy with that. Yeah, let's see what the effect is on our, usually says minus 52. And the total, so, I mean, it's like a 25% drop. So that's not great. So we may have to address that. I was hoping it would come down faster. Alright, so let me just do this little trick. Put that right at the edge of the screen where I know where it is. Alright, we'll start with that. I want to see what the work area is. I think we can move that back one. This one. Actually, I want to mark both of them. Or maybe not. I just had an idea. Normally I would just leave that. I would go ahead and build the fence. But a lot of times, like, the way I've laid it out has kind of bit me. So we're not going to actually do it that way. So we're going to start out here. just do a row of fruit trees, apple trees, I mean, all the way down. Okay. And then peaches. These off? Yeah, they are. It's not the end of the world, I know if they're off, but I want to have these in some nice neat little rows. So let's fix that. And they hadn't even started planting yet. I think we have plenty of laborers. Yeah, we can assign somebody else, and this will all get done a whole heck of a lot faster. I think that's the right place. Should have lined it up this way. Yeah, we're good. All right. So we'll do these now. And then we'll put the pears in. And I just do this. I just make the orchards like this. All different trees, alternating rows. And that has tended to work pretty well for me. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So right in the middle is right about here. We're gonna put an apiary there. So that's why I'm counting those out. I think we want it on this row. Actually, I think we can just stick that in here. So it's not gonna be right in the middle because it's an even number of trees. But 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 on the other side. Where does this end up landing us? Right about there. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. Because we could really only have 1. That's going to leave a bunch of space in the middle, which isn't the end of the world. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just have 1 less tree in there. Alright. Not that. Let's get rid of that. Alright, so we got apple. Apple, pear, peach, pear. There we go. Apple. Peach. And yeah, there's definitely a more efficient way of doing this, but this way I don't make dumb mistakes, which I have been known to do from time to time. So I want to be careful about that. Alright, so apple, peach, pear, apple, peach. I can't remember what I just put down for like 2 seconds. It's ridiculous. Alright, we'll get these down. And once we get these down, we'll actually put some livestock in here. Let's get another, I think we can handle another row of apple trees. But we can use this as grazing area for livestock as well, which is great. Alright, so that is going away. And now we get to build our real fence. Because we will need it with all these deer in this area. Oh, I didn't build it back from there. That stockyard is not going to be permanent, so I think we'll actually be okay. I just hope no animals walk through right here. I did all that planning to make sure that I was good. And yes, I know that I'm closing this thing in more than I probably want to. But just trust me, this is going to work. Do some flattening right there. But we can still put a fence up in front of the deer. They'll be able to go around it from where we're putting it, but we can at least just try to build it as far up as we can. Alright, now one thing I need to do, I gotta replace this thing with a gate. So the workers can get in and out more easily. I think they're just gonna slip in here, honestly, which is unfortunate. But as long as the animals don't slip in there, that's our big concern, right? So we're okay as long as the animals don't slip in here and start eating all the trees. I don't know why the villagers, like, why does it have to be a forager for the eggs? It doesn't make any sense. Anybody can forage eggs. Alright. That is beside the point, though. Let's go check this out. Oh, man, we're making tons of flour. We can probably afford to lose a good bit of that. Are we... Don't tell me that I didn't make the bakery. This is it, right? Yeah, I made the bakery. Why do we have so much flour? That's crazy. But that's good, though, because we can trade it. And we're getting a good price on it right now. Is there anything he has that we need? Cows would have been nice. But we're still working on their forage area. Get these trees planted. Add a missing section of fence. Actually, I should just put a gate there since I'm missing that section anyway. All right, am I gonna do? I think I'm gonna have to do chickens first, honestly. Just don't see being able to support cows right now. So the first thing we need to do is work on this slope a little bit. Now I probably could build the chicken coop thing back here where it's already a little bit flat. But I want to have good access to the road. I guess with this coming through like it does. How wide is the chicken coop? Let's see. I've forgotten how to rotate, guys. There we go. It's tapped. All right, let's see. Yeah, so we put the chicken coop here. We don't have to run the road too far away. This actually is fine. All right, build a fence around this section. And now the next time somebody comes to town with some chickens, we will be prepared. Actually, I probably want a little more space than that. Yeah, we've got some raiders coming in too. We'll deal with them in just a second. Let's get this done. All right, get up here. Toggle this thing on. Let's see. Oh man, we gotta... These guys are still gardening the berry bush. They're alive. What am I doing? All right, let's check on them. Yeah, they're not too bad. Okay. We'll bring them back. They'll get in that barracks and they'll help to protect the town. Or we can deploy them around town if we need to. It looks like got a little skirmish with our hunters over here. They are taking care of everything though. And we've got some archers in the town center that are watching out for us there. Alright, so watching our forager. Yeah, he just went right by those berry bushes. So yeah, I do think we're going to need to move them over here. And yeah, the guys, I see that they're attacking my town, but I got people dealing with that. Where are my soldiers now? Have they made it back? Put them in there. Did they just destroy the market? Oh no, it was one of my homesteads. That's okay, we can rebuild that. I think they killed some of the grocers though. Yikes, okay. That's not good. It does look like our defenses are going to hold though. So we didn't have to do too much micromanaging. Man, we lost 4 villagers though trying to fight these guys. That is no bueno. I think we're good. Let's see. Well, there should be 4 more of them. These all seem to be dead bodies. Yeah, everyone else has run off, so that should clear relatively soon. Alright, we survived another raid, year 21. What work area is empty? Oh. No trees, huh? That's alright, we'll just shift you guys right here. And that is just fine. Gonna need bricks and iron to update them. So we probably want to, since we're able to import clay pretty cheaply, and we have access to coal, I think we can go ahead and do... No, we can't make our own bricks yet. And we really gotta get this up. 200 planks. I think if we go to the trading center, we can make sure we have enough gold. We've got the results from our raid in. 2 buildings destroyed, 4 villagers killed, but we didn't lose any items, so that's positive. Would have been better to not lose any people, but that'll work. We never did equip that relic that we had, but it's there now. We're good. Alright, so the temple's spirituality is boosted now because we have something in there. And it's also increasing our birth rate and health. So as far as expanding the village, that's going to be great for us. Alright, our chicken coop is going up. We'll need to put a gate in that thing. Actually, I think we need more room on the side for it, so I'm going to destroy this. We're going to actually put a gate right there. And that's just going to give them a place to come in out, because we're going to mark that as our forage area. And I didn't lay this fence out correctly, but we're going to fix it here. Alright, so we got through a raid, we got a relic. Those iron tooltips are gone. We're super happy about that. But I'm going to call it a day for today. We made some good progress. We're in year 21 now. We're about to head into the winter. So when we come back, I will we'll check on some of our food stores. It's not looking good right now, honestly, but I think we've got the peas, and we've got some grain, and some additional peas coming in. So I think we're going to be in good shape, but we will find out soon. Actually, let's go ahead. We're going to mark this field for expansion. Wait, what did I do wrong? Nope, nothing. Okay. Something was messing with me. I thought I got it out to the 1x6. I don't know what was wrong with that one square. It's just that rock in the way. We probably need to harvest that anyway. I mean, it looks like we're using the whole thing. I think we're going to be fine. Yeah. And we'll go ahead and place our apiary down as well. But after that, yeah, we're going to let these guys work for a little bit. Again, we got our first relic, so that's pretty cool. We're going to see how that affects our birth rate, and we're going to need to keep up building houses. We're already pretty populous. We have tons of extra laborers. I'm pretty sure we don't need nearly that many. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell you the recommended number until you don't have enough, which is kind of weird. But as we expand this field, that's going to cause more farmers to work over there. That'll take away from that number. We'll see if that affects anything. Other than that, we're going to let this run for a little bit and then see where we end up next time. Hopefully, here we go. We're going to set our chickens to graze. We'll just have them graze right here behind the thing. There we go. And we can disable this building right now until we're able to buy some actual chickens. Cool. Well, we made it through another couple of years. We managed to handle a raid and get a relic in. We're expanding our food production because obviously we need it. The good thing is we're no longer, we're definitely not spoiling any, but as you can see, we're consuming way more than we're producing. So it's good that we're going to expand this field, and it should be done. I think that would be done in time for the spring planting of these turnips, but we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. Final check on that field. So we've gone, fertility's gone from 37 to 34, so that's actually gone backwards. That's not great, but we do have compost going, so yeah, that field's 13. How much is this rye killing that? Should only be minus 5%. I don't know how much the compost increases it. So we'll have to keep an eye on that because this is terrible. But this will eventually get composted as it becomes the least fertile field, unless this rye really is just killing us that much. How much excess rye do we have? 300's not a ton. Let's see how we're using it. Yeah, we're actually consuming more than we're producing, unfortunately. So I'm not super happy about that. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. Grain. Yeah, we're using almost as much, and look at how much less we're producing than we used to. We're using everything that we're making, but we're not producing very much. So we're going to have to do something about the fertility in this field. The funny thing is, this thing goes up. It's +3. That's -5. So we're just at -2 a year. I would think compost would sort that out. Yeah, I don't think it tells us anywhere how much compost actually improves it. If you guys have the number on that, put it down in the comments for me if you would, just to help other people out. But again, I think this is the third time I've said this. I keep looking and finding something else I need to do, which is one of the reasons this game is so addictive, and you really can't put it down. All right, we're at a new year. I'm going to end it here, and that way we can come back and look at our charts and see what we want to do for next year. Definitely going to be building up the population and keeping an eye on these fields to make sure that we can feed everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please subscribe to the channel so you make sure that you catch future episodes. I am planning to do some like tips and tricks videos and things like that. I haven't seen a lot specifically on Alpine Valley, and since that's what we ended up with here, I'm going to end up getting, some decent experience, I think, building a town in this specific environment. So I'll do some tips and tricks on, what are some things you need to look out for or do differently in the Alpine Valley. So keep a look out for that and subscribe to make sure that you see it when it comes out. If you could like this video, it would really help me out. If you enjoyed it, if you learned something, if you had a good time hanging out with me today, please hit that like button. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.